Adolf Hitler, the notorious dictator who led Nazi Germany from 1934 to 1945, was fascinated by the occult and esoteric practices. While his interest in the occult is a subject of historical debate, there is evidence to suggest that he dabbled in various occult beliefs and sought supernatural guidance. Hitler's fascination with the occult can be traced back to his early years in Vienna, where he immersed himself in the city's occult subculture. He reportedly frequented bookstores and libraries to study the works of occultists, mystics, and pseudoscientists. Among the influential figures that captured his attention were Guido von List, Lanz von Liebenfels, and Georg Lanz von Liebenfels. These individuals propagated ideas of Aryan racial superiority, occult mysticism, and the existence of hidden knowledge. One of Hitler's most notable associations related to the occult was with the Thule Society, a secretive German occult group founded in 1918. The Thule Society believed in the superiority of the Aryan race and sought to resurrect ancient Germanic myths and legends. While Hitler's actual involvement with the Thule Society remains uncertain, it is believed that he attended some of their meetings and found inspiration in their ideas. Furthermore, it is known that Hitler surrounded himself with individuals who were involved in esoteric and occult practices. One such figure was Heinrich Himmler, the leader of the SS and one of the key architects of the Holocaust. Himmler was deeply interested in occultism and believed in the existence of ancient mystical powers. Under Himmler's influence, the SS established an organization called the Ancestral Heritage Society, ANNERB, which aimed to research and explore the occult origins of the Aryan race. Another influential figure in Hitler's inner circle was Rudolf Hess, who became Hitler's deputy in the Nazi Party. Hess was highly interested in astrology and consulted astrologers for guidance and predictions. It is believed that he influenced Hitler's decision-making process by providing astrological advice. While it is clear that Hitler had an interest in the occult, the extent to which he incorporated these beliefs into his political ideology is a matter of debate. Some argue that Hitler cynically used occultism as a tool for propaganda and manipulation, while others believe that he genuinely believed in the supernatural and saw it as a source of power. Regardless of the extent of his belief, it is important to note that Hitler's fascination with the occult did not determine the course of his political actions or the atrocities committed under his regime. Hitler's ideology was primarily rooted in the concepts of Aryan racial superiority, nationalism, and anti-Semitism, rather than purely occult beliefs. It is important to note that while Hitler's fascination with the occult did not determine the course of his political actions, it did have some impact on Nazi policies and practices. For instance, the Nazis sought to appropriate and distort ancient symbols and rituals to serve their ideological agenda. They adopted the swastika, an ancient symbol with positive connotations in various cultures, and turned it into a symbol of hate and oppression. Furthermore, the Nazis actively suppressed alternative beliefs and targeted occult groups that did not align with their ideology. They persecuted and suppressed organizations such as Freemasonry, Theosophy, and other esoteric groups, viewing them as potential threats to the Nazi regime. The infamous book burnings carried out by the Nazis also targeted occult and esoteric literature alongside other materials they deemed subversive. It is worth mentioning that Hitler's interest in the occult extended beyond ancient mysticism and pseudoscience. He was also fascinated by the idea of the Holy Grail, which he believed held supernatural powers. It is said that he sought the legendary relic during World War II, dispatching expeditions to locate it. These quests for mythical artifacts reveal a combination of his interest in the occult and his desire to harness the power of symbolism and ancient legends to solidify his authority. While the exact impact of Hitler's occult beliefs on his decision-making remains uncertain, it is clear that he saw the potential of using mysticism, ancient symbols, and pseudoscientific ideas to rally support, create a sense of superiority, and strengthen his regime's control. The blending of occult beliefs with Nazi propaganda helped create a mystique around the regime and contribute to its aura of power and grandeur. One significant example of Hitler's occult influence is the establishment of the ANNERB. The ANNERB conducted research and archaeological expeditions to support the idea of Aryan racial superiority and the existence of an ancient Aryan civilization. Their efforts included searching for mythical artifacts and ancient relics that would validate their racist ideology. Although much of the Ahnenerbs' work was pseudoscientific, it had a profound impact on Nazi propaganda and provided a supposed historical basis for their claims of Aryan supremacy. Hitler's interest in the occult also influenced his decision-making process. There are accounts suggesting that he consulted astrologers and clairvoyants for guidance on important matters. One notable instance is the decision to invade the Soviet Union. It is believed that astrological predictions played a role in Hitler's choice of timing for the invasion, despite the advice of his military advisors. This illustrates how Hitler's belief in the supernatural influenced his strategic decisions, even in matters of war and geopolitics. Moreover, Hitler's fascination with the occult extended to Himmler's SS, which incorporated occult rituals and ceremonies into their practices. The SS conducted mysterious ceremonies in Wilsberg Castle, which was believed to be a center of mystical power. These rituals aimed to create a sense of mysticism, loyalty, and superiority among SS members, emphasizing their connection to a mythical Aryan past. While the extent of Hitler's personal belief in the occult remains debated, it is clear that he recognized the potential of occultism to manipulate and control the masses. He understood the power of symbols, mysticism, and ancient legends in creating a narrative that appealed to the emotions and aspirations of his followers. By tapping into these occult elements, Hitler aimed to create a sense of transcendence, superiority, and destiny, which he used to rally support for his regime and justify his actions. A lot of his fascination has culminated into a popular conspiracy theory, known as Die Glocke. The conspiracy theory surrounding Die Glocke, German for the bell, is an intriguing but highly speculative topic that emerged in the realm of alternative history and conspiracy circles. It suggests the existence of a secret Nazi scientific project involving a mysterious bell-shaped device with potentially supernatural or otherworldly properties. While the conspiracy theory of Die Glocke is often associated with Hitler's fascination with the occult, it is essential to note that there is limited credible evidence to support its claims. According to the conspiracy theory, Die Glocke was an advanced technological device that the Nazis developed during World War II. It is often described as a time machine, an anti-gravity device, or a weapon of mass destruction. Proponents of the theory assert that the device was created as part of the Nazis' occult and scientific endeavors, drawing inspiration from ancient and esoteric knowledge. The link to Hitler's interest in the occult arises from the notion that Die Glocke was based on supernatural or otherworldly principles. Some proponents suggest that the bell-shaped device was designed to tap into unknown energies or dimensions, potentially harnessing occult forces for the Nazis' benefit. However, it is crucial to recognize that these claims rest primarily on speculative accounts and dubious sources. The origins of the Die Glocke conspiracy theory can be traced back to the writings of Polish journalist Igor Witkowski in the late 1990s. Witkowski claimed to have discovered classified documents and testimonies describing the existence of the device. However, the veracity of Witkowski's sources and the lack of corroborating evidence from reputable archives raised significant doubts about the theory. It is worth noting that mainstream historians and scholars dismiss the Die Glocke conspiracy theory as unfounded. The available evidence suggests that Die Glocke is likely a fabrication or an embellishment based on unreliable sources, mixing elements of science fiction, conspiracy, and Hitler's fascination with the occult. While Hitler's interest in the occult and the Nazis' involvement in secret scientific projects are well documented, linking these aspects directly to the Die Glocke conspiracy theory requires a significant leap of faith. Without concrete evidence or credible documentation, it remains a subject of speculative and sensationalized conjecture rather than a substantiated historical fact. In conclusion, the conspiracy theory surrounding Die Glocke emerged as a result of the intersection between Hitler's fascination with the occult and alternative history narratives. While it captures the imagination and curiosity of many, it lacks credible evidence and relies heavily on unreliable sources. It is crucial to approach such theories with skepticism and critically evaluate the available historical evidence before accepting them as factual. Hitler's fascination with the occult had tangible effects on Nazi policies, propaganda, and decision-making processes. While it is essential to avoid oversimplifying the complex factors that led to the rise of Nazism, acknowledging the role of occult beliefs provides insights into the ideological motivations and strategies employed by Hitler and his followers. By exploiting the allure of the supernatural and myth, Hitler sought to legitimize his ideology, consolidate power, and create a cult-like following that was willing to carry out his destructive vision.